La spada!
I was getting actual goosebumps and like chills because it like felt like I was, especially with the AirPods in, just the rain effects, the visuals. It was
it's awesome.
It felt colder with that moment.
Hello and welcome back to Will of the Scry. We are about to conclude. Isn't this crazy? We're about to conclude Alabasta.
Pretty nuts.
100
Crocodile's been a great villain. Different in a way than Arlong. Arlong's my favorite villain, and I think my favorite arc and storyline. I don't think that's gonna be topped. But the way Crocodile, like when he does the sand hand release on Vivi,
theatrics,
like his theatrics is 007, but he actually has like a reason we find out.
There's always backups too. So that's what I appreciate the most. Is like
his contingency plan.
Yeah, his plans are foolproof, except when a man made out of clay has a key that he can create and was able to survive, or when a giant bird man comes and steals the bomb out of a cannon and sacrifices himself above the sky.
We lost Pell last episode.
Yeah, that is a hard hitter in the show for sure. All right. Well, with that being said, let's jump right in. It's crazy that Crocodile can't even like understand that concept. Like I'm genuinely curious about what his upbringing was like, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't have any real relations that we know of.
That's what made him so successful, so it's not like his formula was wrong, you know? Being a warlord, dude, you're only one of 7, you know?
Yeah. Man, how much do you think that bomb weighs?
God, I mean...
Someone do the math. He's a lot smarter than me.
It was supposed to destroy a whole square, you know?
Okay, so there's still some...
That still, like, destroyed buildings and stuff, you know? From that high up.
I know, what's to say? There's still collateral damage. Wow.
Damn. And all, including Baroque works. I never thought about that. Even Baroque works are like, yo, we were supposed to die.
When we were saying about Crocodile, he was like, gonna take out his own guys too. He doesn't care. He'd probably still be loyal. Everyone's just so like tunnel vision on their faction right now.
Saving their homeland, you know.
Not even noticing like a nuke.
She's about to have like a mental breakdown, bro.
I know.
I feel for this.
Too close to that edge for my liking right now.
Yeah, for real. I think that's on purpose. She's that close to the edge herself, you know? It's good symbolism. He has no idea the bomb stopped. But...
Okay. Yeah, I stopped and thought about that for a second, cause...
But he's still, you know... His result is still the same. They're still fighting.
Yeah. Right. They're both like crazy right now for like different reasons.
Totally, they're both snapping. You can tell.
Yeah.
That's a good line too. That pays dividends down the line, you'll see. That's really cool that he calls it out right here.
Signature weapon. Well, I guess dehydration, but the ability.
You know what kind of hit me there is Crocodile's line made it seem like he gave up his dream of becoming the king by him saying the more you see how tough the sea is, the more you won't. So his work around was getting Pluton.
It was the government.
Yeah, one of the great weapons, right? Securing that because
Wow.
he can't do it with his own strength.
Right. And he became like a government, like a Navy ally.
Yeah.
To achieve his, instead of being independent.
Oof. Yeah, exactly. That's a low-key thing that I think you and I just uncovered there. Yo, he is pounding him right now. What? Hmm.
この馬の骨ともしれねえ小僧がこの俺を誰だと思ってやる。この静電とともにさっさと潰れちまうがいい。さあブルース。
I don't remember that.
It's nuts to me how he's like a ground sand-based, like villain, but he attacks so powerfully that like lightning comes off.
Right.
Got him right where he impaled Luffy. Sorrow's spoken.
I feel like it's the first time they're ever like, holy crap, Luffy can beat anybody. Like, they always kind of said it, but, you know, this is a whole nother level.
そっか。じゃあクロコダイルをよぶっ飛ばしたらいいんだろ。こんなこと鼻から分かってたが、とにかく敵はいないのに。
Ugh.
I didn't clue in that that was blood until you haven't seen that since Luffy climbed
Drum Island, yeah. Check this out.
I'm gonna have a few questions the moment this episode.
This makes him perfectly tangible too, physical. The rain.
I was gonna say this is very. There's the symbolic thing in the ceasing of the fighting, but also Crocodile's kind of in the corner here if he's got anything left.
He's not sand right now. He's human flesh.
Okay, so he doesn't go to mud. He would become
Human, yeah.
Oh, because
悪夢は全て終わりましたから。
is it water that neutralizes the devil fruit power, or specifically like the sea or the ocean?
The sea does, but for his power specifically, water will do it.
Water.
いいよ。
These scores really do it for me too.
You know what's crazy is the scores I was going to talk about, because I've never heard that before. I wonder if that was for the special edition, like this Beethoven-esque, like, I could just not remember.
Really?
Yeah.
But that was really cool because it was just seeing Luffy just brute force.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Knock back. He
Determination.
just gave it everything he had, and it was nothing I don't think we haven't seen before. But he just like was relentless. He just reached that point. So, yeah, that was cool. I thought it was cool too, that final blow. But when he had him like hoisted on his fist up there, it was kind of like I got vibes from when he had Luffy like on his meat hook. So
Right. Similar.
he got him right in the same spot for his last hit. So
It's a good point.
also I love Rain in general.
Yeah,
my
you
favorite
do.
one.
Yeah.
Love the ASMR of it. So I was getting actual goosebumps and like chills because it like felt like I was, especially with the AirPods in, just the rain effects and the visuals. It was
It's awesome.
it felt colder with that moment. So it was very. I know I said Arlong was my favorite villain in terms of like the story
Yeah.
aspect of it, and all around I just found it super interesting. Like shot for shot, that was really pretty great when he was in the flying in the wind like a paper bag.
Yeah, literally.
Score going.
The other part of the fight scene that really stood out to me, that every time I watch it, I'm like, damn, is after he shoots the axe spikes and Luffy punches through it, because his arms are literally that bloody. It does this thing where he's like stretching, he does the storm, and then his arm just like stretches through like the sand, and that feels like it goes on for a minute as it like just seeks out almost like a homing missile, and then finds Crocodile and shoots him up.
Finds him, uses that because he said, I forgot he had mentioned that in the previous episode, and then he punched right into those blades too. Yeah, it was an amazing scene. It was just split apart in the particles as soon as he made contact. But I didn't actually think about. To me, he was like, okay, he just punched through them like sand. I didn't even think about that's why he had so much extra blood to use. But
Yeah.
makes
He used it to his advantage, exactly. And the other part that stood out to me watching you was you really do have this natural sympathy for Nami, and that extends through Vivi. Because when she started like crying because she knew exactly how Vivi felt, I could see your face that you were like melted, you know, like you knew, like you were able to really put yourself in that situation and understand why she's feeling that way as an extension of Vivi, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's almost like, and I think they kind of hinted at it by showing Nami's reaction to Vivi's breakdown there.
Yeah.
They're kind of like revisiting it through Vivi's eyes and her traumas. So
Yeah.
when Nami's empathizing, it's kind of like a 2-for-1, where it's called back to that other arc, what 2 arcs ago now?
Yeah, Arlong arc. A few more before that, actually, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a nice callback, which I guess, too, if you were watching on television what would have passed like a year and a bit, or like a year.
Yeah, literally.
So
And you wouldn't even take that in because I didn't.
Right.
I'm
So I
learning
feel
so
like-
much from like rewatching especially between her and Chopper, and watching it in detail with you. And I'm curious because like I find that Nami almost like, I don't want to say like falls off for me because she doesn't. She's still a very prominent character throughout the whole show, obviously. But like I feel like she doesn't have those moments in the future, and I'm wondering if it's maybe just because it's my ignorance to it because I forget because it's been so long and I hadn't watched in a row, and she really does have those, which is why I'm really excited to like reanalyze that like with you, you know?
Right.
It's honestly helped me so much with like,
Yeah, because it's interesting because your reaction's been kind of. I guess you were surprised by my reaction of the Vivi fight episode, and where I was kind of pumped to see Vivi fighting again. So I was kind of thinking, do they waste some of this character development later? So I still have that in the back of my mind,
yeah.
based on your reaction. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
That's what makes it so fun, right?
There's a lot more
'Cause-
episodes left, so
Yeah.
who knows?
And for the viewers, because Scryerman and I have talked about this, one of my favorite things that ever happened to me throughout the show is I had something spoiled for me that pissed me off, and I felt like I couldn't even watch the arc the whole way through. And then it turned out the spoiler was like a complete misdirect, and it enhanced the experience so much more for me because I thought the person who I really wanted to join the crew, no matter how much I liked him, wasn't gonna. And I was so mad about it the whole way through, and then he ended up joining. And I'm gonna be throwing, and I've already done it a few times here and there, where I've thrown in little things to like mess with Scryerman's head. Usually it's not an arc long lie. It's usually like I'll tell you something at like an episode, and by the end of the episode you'll be like, "Fuck." But you know, we'll see. So we'll keep playing around with that. So I like that dynamic too because you pay such close attention to even like how I react to things. But who knows? Maybe I'm just toying with you. It's like reverse psychology. But anyways, with that being said, will the Scry